Hello and welcome to another update video about Bitcoin. Bitcoin continues to hover in this wave 4 support area. So from here it is expected to find support and to move higher in a wave 5 of 3. Yeah, we need to be aware a more substantial top could be in place here as well. So it's technically possible. That's all we need to know at this stage, because it will mean that we are prepared should the price drop below certain levels, and it should definitely avoid to drop below 16.3k. That is the 78.6% fib level. If we drop below that level, it would indicate that this whole movement to the upside isn't going to work out. Already below the support box here in yellow, we will have to make a change to the wave count. There are now a couple of possibilities here. I said that in the previous videos, that while the primary expectation is the one that we have on the chart here, we of course need to be prepared for other scenarios as well. The idea at the moment is that we are still pushing higher, or we can push higher in the short term, especially as long as we're holding the 16,682 level. That's the 50% Fibonacci retracement of the wave 3 in blue here. And if it goes below that, the price, it would indicate that it's not a wave 4 anymore. Then we are dropping too much. The good thing is that the decline here currently looks fairly corrective. So it's most likely a wave 4 correction or a wave 2 correction. So these are the two corrective waves that there are, with the wave 2 being normally a very, very sharp one, or at least most usually a stronger one. The wave 4 is rather a shallow retracement. Now, what are the possibilities? So the first possibility, and that remains the primary expectation here, is that we're pushing higher here, that we can still push higher in the short term, and this the view is that we can still move higher in a wave 5 in a wave 5 of wave 3 basically. So we talked about that in the previous video. That remains the view. We can calculate a target here for the wave 5. We do that by, actually we can do that quite quickly by just measuring the length of the yellow wave 1. We go down to the low of the yellow wave 2. And that gives us a target for the yellow wave 3, because it's basically the same target for the yellow wave 3 that you would get for the blue wave 5. And the target would be 18,127. That's the ideal target for yellow wave 3. If you look at all of this, it would seem quite long though, this blue wave 5. So wouldn't be surprised if we get only the 17,627 level, which is the 1.236 extension. It would be a little bit weak though, getting only there. Yeah, but these are the two main levels that I would keep an eye on. But all of this only possible if we hold that yellow support box. So this is a trend reversal area where the price has a good chance to reverse from a wave 4 into a wave 5. Between the 50% fib level, which is at 16,682, and here the 38.2% fib level at 16,817. And you can see how relevant again these fib levels are, because this is the 38.2% fib level. We reached it, as I said in the previous video. Ideally, we get to that level because it is the ideal level for a wave 4, the 38.2% fib level. At this stage, I cannot rule out that we will come down a little bit lower. Yeah, here, for example, in to the 50% fib level, because so far we haven't seen any impulsive move to the upside. So we can look at that in terms of an ABC. And if we break above the $17,100 level, it would indicate that this wave 4 is over. And we push higher. So that's the primary expectation, this wave count. What happens now if we drop below the 50% fib level? Well, if we drop below the 50% fib level, the count needs to change. And I would say that if the count changes, my view would have to be that we have already completed here. Let me see. No, that we have completed here. And I said that that is a count that I also currently observe for the Ethereum chart, that we say we have a 1-2 setup here, and this is another 1-2 setup. this is just a different wave count. I could briefly show you that one just so that you get an idea. And in this count, I would say that this was a 1, yeah, as planned. This was a 2. Then we had our wave 3 here. This was a 4 and this was a 5. So that would be the count where we say we've completed actually a larger wave 1 with an extended wave 3. And that means we have a 1-2-1-2 setup, and we could retrace a little bit more. In that case, we would normally retrace a little bit more into the region. Let me just see. Just need to make sure I've got it correctly. You would then expect a retracement into the region between 16,629 and 16,271. And here again, you can see that the 16.3K level that I mentioned is very relevant. Dropping substantially below that level will mean that the upside potential isn't going to work out, because even if we get a 1-2-1-2 setup here, below the 78.6% FIB level, it's normally not going to work out anymore. So this is a key level, 16.3K. So these are the two bullish cases here. So that in summary, that means ideally we're holding the yellow box. If we don't, it doesn't mean that the overall bullish potential isn't going to work out anymore. But if we drop below that 16,680 level, it's most likely another 1-2 setup, not here a 3-4 with an expected 5 and so on. It will look a little bit different. Okay. And with that just means we just need a bit patient, see if the price does react to this level. And the overall bearish view would be that the top is already in place, possible as well, and that would become my view if we drop below 16.3K, but it's not the primary expectation. Primary expectation is still the one that is on the chart here until it gets invalidated. Very interesting as well. You can draw a trend line here on the chart, or even a channel, yeah, and a break above this channel didn't want to do that, would indicate that this movement to the downside is over, and that would give you a first indication that the downtrend here, yeah, is over and that we're pushing higher in the fifth wave. Okay, and that's my update about Bitcoin. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.